So it's official. I am going back to Vietnam in March for around 20 days. My visa was just approved yesterday and I've already booked the airfare. So I'm flying round trip Bangkok to Hanoi and then Hanoi back to Bangkok. The conference that I'm speaking at is going to be in Da Nang. So that's the Vietnam Nomad Fest. I was invited by my friends who are the organizers to speak at this conference. And I said, hell yes, why not? Link in the description below where you can find more information about Vietnam Nomad Fest. It's going to be from March 17th until the 27th. And if you use the code MIKE at checkout, you'll get 10% off. So go ahead, check that out. And so, yeah, really excited to speak at this conference. I'll be talking about how to make money on Facebook and YouTube like I've been doing for many years now, and how I'm able to, live in Thailand for around 5 years just doing this. So real excited about this, but I'm also going to be riding the Hai Giang Loop north of Hanoi. So that's why I'm flying into Hanoi. I'm going to be riding this Hai Giang Loop, which is supposed to be one of the most epic motorbike trips in the world. It's been on my bucket list for many years now. And luckily, it just so happens my friend Bill also has to go to Vietnam for a visa run. And we're just going to go together. He's a very experienced motorcycle driver. He's already ridden the Hai Giang Loop before. He's got all of the contacts at guest houses, the best motorbike rental shops, all that stuff. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to finally riding this Hai Giang Loop. I will definitely make YouTube videos. In fact, I want to make a short little mini series going over each day of the trip. It typically takes around 4 days to complete the entire circuit. And yeah, I got to get some warmer clothes. I need to maybe practice riding a manual transmission bike around Samui a little bit. But generally, I'm not too worried about it. I've already ridden manual transmission bikes before, so I should be fine. And then I also just have to get warm clothes, which I'll most likely do in Vietnam. But yeah, really excited about this. And I'm also going to be applying for my DTV visa, which I can only get in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh. So that's another reason why I'm going to Vietnam. I have to do a visa run anyway. And luckily, I now have all of the requirements to get the DTV visa. The only thing is, I can't apply for the visa while I'm in Thailand. They can easily check my visa status and see that I'm still in Thailand, right? So I have to leave anyway. And it's actually perfect timing because I'm just going to fly into Hanoi on the 8th. From Bangkok. So basically I'll take the ferry plus the shuttle up to Bangkok because it's a lot cheaper to fly out of Bangkok versus here in Samui and then even from Surat Thani, right? So I'm just going to do that, make a little adventure out of it there and back. And yeah, I've been looking forward to traveling a bit more. I haven't really traveled much since last year. I went to Vietnam and Philippines last year around the same time, March and April. And I'm looking forward to getting back out there again because I actually really like Vietnam, especially Da Nang. It's a beautiful beach city. The people are friendly. The food is good. I still very much prefer Thai food. I've started missing Thai food when I go to Vietnam, as a matter of fact. But another thing about Vietnam is that it's a lot cheaper. So I would say on average, it's around 30 to 40% cheaper even than Thailand. And it's actually one of the cheapest countries in the world, believe it or not, to live, especially in Asia, right? So I really like Vietnam and I'm looking forward to going back just for 20 days. And then I'll just fly straight back into Bangkok. I'm sure I'll be very relieved to get back to Thailand after 20 days in Vietnam. But it's definitely going to be just like a way to break up my time here. And then also once I have that DTV visa, that's a 5-year visa. The only caveat is that I will have to leave every 6 months. So I have to break it up every 6 months. And then basically I just come back in, I renew the visa, and I do that potentially every 6 months. Maybe they'll extend it up to a year. I'm not entirely sure. But fact of the matter is, I kind of like that anyway because it forces me to travel a little bit more. And unfortunately, my fiance can't join me for the trip to Vietnam this time because she has to work at the school. So she's going to stay here, and honestly, this is just something I have to do on my own anyway. She's not an experienced motorcycle driver, and I don't think she'd be able to handle the Hai Giang Loop. You can't really go together. There's another way you can do it where you could basically just hire what's called an easy rider. so you can hop on someone else's motorbike, an experienced driver, and then get around the Haijiang Loop that way. But for me personally, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of riding the Haijiang Loop. I want to be in control of my own destiny. I want to be at the wheel of my own life. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Like I say, it's been on my bucket list for a long time now, so I'm really excited about it. I've watched videos about the Haijiang Loop on YouTube. Patty Doyle wrote it, a couple years ago. Looks absolutely epic, and I'll definitely be making YouTube videos during the trip, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got another month before I head up to Bangkok and then fly to Hanoi. My friend Bill, actually, his visa hasn't been approved yet, so he's still having some issues with the payment for the visa, so I'm going to help him figure that out and everything. But yeah, excited to do a bit more traveling this year. I mean, I mostly just stay here in Samui year-round. I'm not really traveling nearly as much as I used to. I used to do backpacking trips through, South America, Central America. I've been to Peru a bunch of times. I've been down to Patagonia and Chile. So yeah, I'd like to pick it back up again, do a bit more traveling, because it does get a little bit, it's easy to get complacent here on the island, and sometimes I even get island fever as well, to a certain extent. But overall, I mean, it's still a beautiful place to live. I plan on staying here for at least a couple more years. Got a brand new house here now. But that being said, it's a big world out there, and life is short, so you might as well get out there and see some of the world. With that being said, take care, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Signing off. Peace from Thailand.